Today on the channel, we're going to take a look at something really special. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at something really special. Just recently I had the opportunity to purchase this Gibson Les Paul. What we have here in this case, which many of you can probably tell by this vintage case, is something extremely cool if you're a Gibson fan. I love Gibsons. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite guitar in my collection. Recently had the pleasure to sell about 3 guitars and fund this purchase. I've been looking for one of these for a long time in my budget, and this is a Murphy Lab 2020 R9 series. R means reissue, so this is a replica of the 59 Burst. Let me move around a little bit, get a little bit better view of this so it doesn't look upside down. I can't tell if this is a tobacco burst or if this is the iced tea sunrise. To me it looks more like an iced tea or a desert burst, although it does resemble a tobacco burst. This is a 2020 model, 24 3/4 inch scale length, Indian rosewood fretboard. It's got Alnico Pro Buckers, Alnico 3s. This is the ultra light aged finish, which means it is slightly relict. There's a little bit of wear and tear from the prior owner, not much, but I'll show you that in just a minute. We'll go around and take a look at the Murphy Lab relicing, as well as anything else that may have been caused by previous ownership. This thing really has been taken excellent care of. We're going to do a sound demo of this in just a moment. You're going to be very impressed, I think, with the way that this thing sounds. It's extremely chimey, very resonant. This thing probably weighs about 8 pounds, 8.5 maybe. Got these vintage Kluson tuners. These guitars are color matched to be just like the models that were in the 50s and 60s, the early 1960 models, the 50s. Painstaking care has been taken by the team over there at the custom shop and Murphy Lab shop to make these things really pretty much just exact clones. And let me tell you, they sound fantastic. I've never had the chance to play a real burst. I've had the opportunity to hear them live many times, and these guitars truly, truly speak when you play them. There's just something different about them. If you can find it within your budget to fund one of these, I recommend it. If you're a Gibson person, if you're not, this may change your mind. I'm trying to get these close-up views of the body so you can see this burst and some of the way the nitro is how they've aged it, how it looks so cool. The burst on this top is absolutely beautiful. This thing is so pretty. That's one of the things that sold me on it. I've been looking for an R9 for a few years, well, maybe 2 years. I've got the R8 and the R0, and this completes my series, so I'm done. I am finished with these, but this is definitely going to do it for me, thank goodness. Otherwise, I'll probably be eating ramen noodles for the rest of my life. It's got the ABR bridge. This is lightly aged. The hardware, you can see it's slightly aged. Doesn't look brand new. It's got kind of that played-in look. It's got this amber switch tip. Beautiful binding. The fretwork and the inlays look gorgeous. And I gotta say, the cases that come with these things are really, really heavy, and they're very beautiful. The cases are extremely heavy. That's one of the downsides. I usually carry these around in just a standard Gibson case. It's just so much lighter. All right, let me take a look at the back of this guitar with you guys. I'm gonna flip this over and we'll take a look at the back side. Okay, here we go, flipped over on the back side. It came with this plate on the back. The plastic plate is in the case. We'll look at the case candy in just a minute. Let's try and get some of this aging. It's very hard to pick up on the camera. Again, this is ultra light aged. Kind of hard to pick up with the camera. Solid mahogany neck, mahogany back, tremendous maple top, obviously. See if we can get some of the checking. Can't really pick it up. It's on there. But that's one thing I like about these ultra light aged. They look old, but they're not completely beat up. The prior owner did scuff it a little bit here. But, you know, hey, that happens, and that kind of looks like it was relic anyway, so what the heck. On the top of the nut over here, or the side of the nut, there was a little bit of wear and tear from where it was on a stand. But that was that, and the little bit of scratches on the bottom were the only marks from prior ownership. Doesn't bother me. This thing sounds so good. Let's take a look at the case candy, then we'll look at the internal wiring. Okay, so within the case, all Murphy Labs come with this cool Murphy Lab book. Looks like it's aged itself with the serial number. Pretty cool COA that they come with. Here's the back plate. Covers the toggle switch, and then your Gibson paraphernalia, warranty information. Interesting fact about this guitar is the owner bought it on a trip to Japan. And here's the guitar shop in Japan he bought it from. I live in Nashville. This guy was in Missouri, and he drove to Nashville to sell this to me. Let me check it out first. And so he went to Japan, bought this guitar, brought it back to Missouri, and then drove it back to Nashville, and now I have it. So this thing's been around the world, and now it's back home in Nashville. It's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at the internals. Okay, real quick, here's a look at the internal wiring compartment. Those are some badass capacitors. Look how clean that is. Tremendous, tremendous work. These are fantastic guitars. They are, in my opinion, works of art. They sound tremendous. They're a joy to play. And the amount of pleasure it brings me to compose and create my art on this and these guitars is priceless. So let me give you a sound demo real quick, and I will go through some of the pickup settings, and we'll just check out how this thing, how it sounds. Okay, cool.
You